Ohaneze is yet rooting for another president, and that person is Mike Okiro from Imo State. He is a police chief. I don't know why in Igbo land we lack leaders. We don't have strong men. We don't have people who represent, who are respected in Igbo land. Look around you in the whole of Southeast. We don't have people at all. Mention one or two persons that you think have the backing of the people, have the interest of the people at heart, has a good reputation in the Southeast that can lead Ohaneze. Sometimes I think Ohaneze is a creation of the Fulani. Ohaneze is meant to destabilize the Southeast. Ohaneze is a political association. I believe is a secret cult of old men in Igbo land that wants to be relevant. They go there and retire. Because I don't see any reason why we will not have sensible people in Igbo land. I don't see any reason. Of all people, some people were suggesting Rotimi Amechi, the Minister of Transportation under Buhari, that literally worked against the Southeast. Do you think that he can represent the Igbos well by giving him the presidency or the title or the leadership of Ohaneze? Another person is Mike Okiro. You see, now I understand why Ohaneze does not represent the interest of the people. You are pushing for Mike Okiro to become Ohaneze president of all people. I know that it is very hard for you to see any politician in the Southeast that would be accepted by the people. It is very hard because one way or the other, these guys are sellouts and they have compromised. They don't have the support of the grassroots of the Igbo people. Commonly, the Igbo people have an agenda. But all these big men you are seeing in the Southeast, whatever position they get, at the end of the day, they are sellouts. Look around you. I asked somebody a question. In the whole of the Southeast, tell me 5 persons, credible persons, popular persons that can lead the Ohaneze and represent the people. You don't see. Check out. If you're watching this broadcast, just tell me 1, 2, 3 persons that really have reputation, that can really lead your Ohaneze. Everybody under this current generation and dispensation that has held any position as an Igbo man have compromised the Igbo people. They have worked against the Igbo project. They have worked against the region in one way or the other. You see, many people, they prefer to sell their brother so as to get position and get popularity. We don't have such people in Igbo land. That is why the Ohaneze is finding it difficult to get somebody credible that will lead that organization. Just like Afenifere, Pandef, and Arewa, Ohaneze is one of the most useless organizations we have in the Southeast. Because normally, a social cultural group should be able to look at critical areas in the Igbo nation. Critical things that, you see now, most people are not going to the Southeast. Lagos is filled. If you see the crowd that is entering Lagos for 30 December, usually it used to be the Southeast. Because Ohaneze has not played his role, the Southeast during December used to be a place of destination for people abroad. But now, almost all the hotels are booked in Lagos. Almost all the recreational centers, almost all the beaches are booked. Almost everywhere where you see people are enjoying in Lagos, they are already booked. It is not yet Christmas. If you see the flood activities, if you see Murtala Mohammed International Airport, the way people are coming into Nigeria into Lagos in their droves, you imagine. Go to the island, you see unprecedented hold-up, unprecedented activity, unprecedented shows and everything. It used to be the Southeast. The Southeast used to be the focal point. But now the dynamics have changed because we have an Igbo socio-cultural group that never knew the role it's supposed to play. Looking at how the Buhari government started an agenda to make the Southeast insecure. and is unstable. We have not had anybody who could stand up and bravely defend the Igbo people against this Fulani hegemony, Fulani fundamentalism, Fulani influx. The Fulani have a way of controlling our Igbo leaders politically. They have a way. You see this agenda, Islamic agenda they are pushing in the southwest. The Fulani fundamentalists, they know that they cannot push that agenda in the southeast. They use your leaders, our leaders in the southeast. That's why most of them are secretly converting to Islam because of position, because of relevance, and because of power. Look at Okiro building the biggest mosque in Imo State, as if that is the problem of Imo State people. Imo State people don't want that mosque, but yet, because you are serving an interest, you want to retain yourself in power, you are serving an interest of your boss, unseen boss. The way these people operate, they operate unseen. You can't see them. This is politics. See, the more you look, the less you see. Somebody might ask you, what's your evidence that Fulani is influencing our this, influencing our that? The more you look in Nigeria politics, the less you see. Let me ask you this question. Why is it that our refineries are not working? We have all it takes. We have 5 refineries. Why is it that it's not working? Can you answer that question? Mismanagement. Can you show me evidence of mismanagement? The government has tried its best. They have tried their best. They have invested money. They have turned around this and that. You cannot explain anything in Nigeria. The powers that control Nigeria are unseen, especially these Fulani fundamentalists. They are patient now with Tinubu. They are patient. Obviously, there's nothing they can do. They must wait 8 years. They must wait 8 years. And I believe that before that 8 years finishes, Tinubu will clip their wings. And everybody is ready and juggler ready to make sure that we hold down our fort. What we are saying here, we are not playing. Nobody's playing. Nobody's playing with anybody. Because we know that it is real. This Fulani fundamentalism, it is real. Now, a group like Ohaneze, supposed to represent the region politically, culturally, and socially. But yet, nobody has attained that position. It seems like all the leaders we have in the southeast that are relevant at the federal level, that have become popular as a result of anything, have become useless to the Igbo people. They are useful to their masters, but they are useless to the Igbo people. Why would somebody suggest somebody like Amechi to head Ohaneze? Amechi, who could not see any reason of making a standard gauge railway in the southeast. You went to Aba, you started clearing bush and adjusting the narrow gauge and everything. A president had to build railway from Abuja to Niger Republic, a standard one. Infrastructures, the south is lacking in infrastructure. So what is Rotimi Amechi coming to do as an Ohanese president? What are his antecedents? Did he at any point in time really passionately identify with the Igbo people or identify with the Igbo cause? Now the next on the port of call now, people are suggesting Mike Okiro as what? I know all these IPOB people. There are some IPOB people that call themselves IPOB political wing or something like that. They are looking for political relevance. They are the ones suggesting all these things. We don't have Igbo people in Igbo land. We don't have leaders in Igbo land anymore. We don't have leaders. The so-called relevant leaders, look at the Southeast Development Commission. Look at the people championing it. Benjamin Kalu of yesterday and Hope Uzodinma of day before yesterday. These are people that are rejected by the Igbo people. Rejected thoroughly by the Igbo people. They are the people that are bringing sycophancy. They are importing a culture of sycophancy in our political space. You go, some useless Igbo leaders and individuals, they go and bring useless culture of sycophancy because of betrayal, of manipulation. They bring it into our political space. People like Okiro. And I don't know why it's always, I stand to be corrected though. I don't know why I always see it from Imo State politicians. This sycophancy, this manipulation and double standard, I don't know why I see it from Imo State politicians. An Igbo man of the 1st century the First Republic, is a well-respected person. If you listen to our leaders in the First Republic, Michael Okpara and the rest, if you listen to them speaking, you know that these men are refined men. They don't care. They stand for their people. They command respect when they are speaking. They are not stooges to anybody. That's why they could fight for the independence of Nigeria. That's why they could be termed nationalists, even though an Azikiwe had his flaws, but he was a well-respected man in Africa. How many leaders today can stand in that shoe of Azikiwe? Why would you think people will follow someone like Nnamdi Kanu, someone like Ojukwu, someone like Samonekpa, someone like Uwazurike, when we lack leaders in the Southeast? We just have people that are off key. They are off key. They have missed, people who miss road in the Southeast. Tell me, I told that guy, I give you 5 minutes, mention Igbo leaders that are worthy of reputation to lead the Ohaneze, that will represent the people, because we are at a critical time now. It is critical. We are at a critical time. Tell me 1 or 2 persons in Nigeria today, an Igbo leader. P2B said Biafra is a forgotten project. So would the P2B now represent the interest? And that one self is not even in the caliber of people that will really fit into the Ohaneze presidency. That one is a political Igbo man that wants to rule Nigeria. They know what they are doing. Which other person? Is it Umahi? Which other person? Because I don't see anybody. Instead, we have people from the south, the southern part of the country, the south, much more qualified to become Ohaneze president. We have people from the south. We have people like Odili. We have some other people, but no Igbo person. How did we get to this point? We need to purge Igbo land of these kind of leaders. We are young people coming up. And we are unstoppable when we get to the point of no return. We are unstoppable. We identify people that are importing useless kind of politics in the Southeast. You see somebody, a governor, put up a law that Fulani this, Fulani that, putting up Fulani preference in the state. If you marry Fulani, you have to. So, does that make sense? In Igbo land, we don't accept such. A governor will invite army to kill his people. A governor will pay people to make his state insecure so that he can have his way. A governor will kill his people and does not look back in Igbo land. We thought it was criminals that used to do such, and the governor will stop them. Look at what Soludo is saying about Nnamdi Kanu. Somebody is now telling me that, where's the video where he says so? We are not here coming to discuss. You have Google. You can Google it yourself. Because I can't play somebody like Soludo, the video. I can't play him. You know what he has said. Even a P2B running for presidency, he's all against an Igbo man. He seems he has an issue with himself. P2B being an Igbo president is an advantage to the Southeast, whether we are in Nigeria or not. But this same man campaigned and fought against him. Why? P2B is useless. This, that, he's a trader. This, that. P2B answered him, okay, you're a professor. Professor your administration in Anambra State. Let me, as a trader. Now, it is 4 years. Soludo, one of the worst governors in the whole of Southeast region, in the history of Southeast region, worse. Even the woman governor of Anambra State did much more than Soludo. They are telling us that necessarily there might not be peace, even though Nnamdi Kanu is, you just open your mouth and talk anyhow. You know that the ultimate thing that the Igbo people want is that Nnamdi Kanu must be released. It is an affront that the Nigerian government will hold somebody down who is well respected in Igbo land. He has gone through all the processes. He has decided not to be violent. He has gone through all the processes, but the court is saying release him. But they are using political Maradona. They are playing hanky-panky. holding him down. Someone that is well respected in the Southeast. You are coming to tell us, if you are saying that in your bedroom, you should say it in your bedroom. You are coming to say it is necessarily not going to bring peace, releasing Nnamdi Kanu. We know the reasons why people are rejecting, because I've said it, politicians are involved in the insecurity in Southeast. Ohaneze, bring a leader. You are jumping up and down. We know that that group called Ohaneze is bound to, I don't know what word I will use, but their end is near. Because nobody that they can choose now that will not bring down that group. There's nobody. Anybody that is being brought to headline the Ohaneze will finish the Ohaneze. The only last respected person will be Iwanya. Iwanya will be the last respected person. But no other person can lead the Ohaneze now. There's no other person. No other person that will not incur the wrath of the Southeasterners or those in Igbo land. No other person. The Ohaneze is finished. You can see, I said it before, people are rushing to Lagos in their droves because of the acclaimed insecurity in the Southeast. The way people want to travel now is unprecedented. I know that some people, when they travel to Lagos through their flight, they from Lagos go to the Southeast. We know. But the first point of call used to be the Southeast. The Southeast used to be a place that is bubbling. I'm not saying the Southeast is not bubbling, but if you know the number of people that want to go home, if you know the number of people, it will have been recorded that in the history of Nigeria, this 2024 was the only time Igbos in their millions went back to the Southeast. The campaign we are doing is paying off. We have our brothers watching us, and they're understanding what we are saying about go back to the Southeast and invest and organize your house, organize everything, and look at things that you can do and put in the Southeast so that it can grow the economy, it can grow your community and society. People are willing. If you see, I don't know whether you have gone to Murtala Mohammed International Airport. We move a lot. I move a lot. I don't know whether you have gone to the island and some of these centers, some of these bubbling centers. If you see the hold up, I want to give this to the current administration. This is the first time we are not seeing queue. Dangote has reduced the price of fuel. I'm giving it to the current administration. I'm not somebody that will come and say because of I don't like Tinubu or this or that. I don't like. I told you before that I am for humanity first. We are human beings first before we are Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. We are human beings first. So if I see somebody doing something good, I will recommend that person. But I believe strongly that Tinubu cannot turn things around. Everybody is trying to score a cheap point. We understand that. And we will praise you for scoring that cheap point. If you see the hold up, if you see the crowd in Lagos, what is Ohaneze doing for the Southeasterners? What is the essence of this Ohaneze? So you bring somebody like Okiro that is, I don't know his relevance to the Southeastern people. Because I believe Ohaneze is not representing itself. Even though it is representing itself and its political interest and the interest of the old men, retired old men that are looking for a place to retire. If these old men don't get a slot into Senate or Rep, they want to get a slot into, because they are looking for a place whereby they can go and they can be hailing them. You are relevant, you're relevant. They will go and retire in Ohaneze. A bunch of old men that don't know what to do for the Southeast. I want to believe that these people should be representing the Southeasterners. I want to believe that that group is meant for that. But you see, nothing. Nobody, no single person from the whole of the Southeast can head the Ohaneze. We are losing our leaders. We are losing reasonable and sensible people. We need young people to join politics and start from the scratch. Start joining politics and start becoming relevant. We'll be exposing how these people are being used by the powers that be. We'll be exposing how these people are serving an interest, which is not the interest of the Igbo people. We'll be exposing those things. We are a young generation that is coming with a revolution in Igbo land to make sure that Igbo get back to the lost glory. Igbo was a pride of the regions then. If you see the people, the caliber of people that were in charge of the government before the Civil War and before they started killing Igbos in North and everything, the jealousy and everything, if you see the caliber of people that the Southeast region produced, you know that Igbo Southeast region was the pride of the amalgamation then. But now we don't have it. We have if it's not YouTube, there are some words I want to use. Oh, they are ifulefus. Michael Okiro, even though the Ohaneze is not an organization that's supposed to, but Michael Okiro should not be the face of anything Igbo. Amechi should not be the face of anything Igbo. They should scrap that organization. They should scrap it. It does not add. We need people that will fight for the interest of the Igbo people. We need people. We need people. We need people. We need people.